Benjies, welcome to the BingeWorthy podcast, part of the Geekish Network. At the BingeWorthy podcast, we will binge watch a television show to let you know if you should. My name is Johnny Randolph, or you can call me Randy, and I've got three amazing co-hosts. My first co-host is the lovely Miss Courtney Scott Wright. Courtney, say hello to the people.
Hello, hello.
My next co-host is the Nuke from the Ville, Ricard. Say what's up to the people, man.
Hello, Governor.
And my next co-host is Chuck. Chuck, let them know who you are, sir.
What it do, people? I'm back.
And we are the Binge-Worthy Podcast. Today, we are going to be reviewing Disney Plus's Star Wars Visions Season 2. At the beginning of the show, we give our initial ratings. So I'm going to turn it over to my technical director, Rodney. How did everybody rate Star Wars Visions Season 2? Oh, okay. So we got, what, 3 full meals?
Mm-hmm.
And we got a full binge out. All right. So what's that? So that's 4.25. That gives us a solid full meal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you're not familiar with the premise of our show, we are now going to engage in discussions. Our co-host will talk about it from the perspective of the writing, the acting quality, the themes, and then we are going to re-rate it again. So I'm going to start with you, Rakai. Did you think we should have had a season 2 of Visions, and why? Either or.
Absolutely. Being the Star Wars head that I am, I think we have seen now in live action that they're able to do something other than tell about the saga of the Skywalker family.
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, I love Luke and them. Yeah, that's all wonderful. But, for a vast universe and we keep focusing on this one family, please stop. So they gave us Andor, which didn't even have any space wizards or lightsabers in it. Okay, that was different. You gave us some spy stuff in space. You gave us the Mandalorian, kind of an offshoot of everybody's favorite Merc. And you know, kind of thing here, but you still got the Star Wars feel. But with these, you get a number of different animation houses. And they tell their own stories within the Star Wars universe. And to me, they're knocking it out of the park. Like, I could have seen a long form of several of these that were presented, in the short, 14, 15-minute frame. I could saw something much longer for many of these, because they had enough interest for me in that 15 minutes. I was like, okay, that would be cool. That's a cool concept. Maybe they should expound on that. So yeah, I liked Vision season 1, and I definitely like season 2.
Okay. Courtney, you are actress. Now, these are vignettes or shorts, as Rakai alluded to earlier. There are 9 of them. What did you think of the quality of the voice acting for this season? Because we know voice acting, it is a gift, and not every actor or actress can do it. How do you think they fared with this season for Visions?
I think they had more well-known voice actors in this season. Like Angelica Houston was a voice in one of them. Daveed Diggs and Anika Nani Rose. The two of them were in the pit. Angelica Houston was the Sith with the girl who the kids that went down in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the voice, I thought the voice acting was really wonderful. I think my favorite voice acting one was the Indian family, the brother and sister. The sister was force sensitive. Yeah. And I think the woman who played the Jedi Master in that one. I forget who she was. I think she was a well-known actor as well. But yeah, no, I thought the voice acting was great. I thought that I liked this season a lot better than I liked season 1. I think in season 1 there were only like 3 or 4 that I really connected to, and the other ones were just they were too different for me. But I feel like this one had a more of a theme, and I definitely felt the push of the female driven storylines. For me, I just wish there would have been more than one female writer and director. There's only one female director and writer. That's me. That's what I thought.
Randy, we can't hear you.
Can you all hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I mean, I guess I'm done.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't know what's going on. Tech problems. Chuck, did you think the quality of the writing for this season equaled the quality of the acting?
Yeah, I thought the writing was good. I thought they told really good stories. I like the fact they kept it around. They did a lot of Sith stories. I think they leaned in on that after the first season Visions, when they did what's his name, Yada and Dooku. I think they leaned in on that. I thought the writing went really well. I thought the stories were coherent. They all made sense, even how silly some of them were, but it made sense. I thought they were really good. They had something for everybody there.
Yeah. So when are we gonna get a series on the Sith in the Star Wars universe? Right? I feel like we need one. I don't know who they're gonna do it on, but I feel like we need a Sith.
Isn't the Acolyte?
The Acolyte
is that gonna be based on the Sith?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I feel like we need one because we got all these Jedi stories. Some Sith stories would be cool.
I mean, they gave us 2 really good Sith stories in this really good one.
Absolutely.
Which are you two? Which 2 are you talking about?
Sith and whatchamacallit, where they went into the cave from city. The second one, the second episode, Screecher Cartoon Saloon did it. Yeah, I thought those were 2 really strong Sith stories. Like the first one, the girl where she didn't want to be dark anymore.
That was
interesting.
It was interesting with the paint and
and she was painting not to see darkness anymore.
And her former master came to come
get her with 2 assassins.
Yeah,
it was like, I wanted you back.
He made a vow. He told her, you made a vow.
You made a vow. I need you back. And we've never seen Sith do that, like actually go chase down one of their apprentices.
Because usually they would kill them before they would let them leave.
And here's the one thing and what we suffer from, and why there's not a whole lot of Sith stories, because of where Star Wars is in the current timeline. If you're in the current timeline, that's why we need stuff like the High Republic and the Old Republic. Because ever since Darth Bane, there was, the rule of two. There's only 2. So we need to go back to a time when there's a whole bunch of them.
Of them.
Well, I agree. But J.J. Abrams made them all legends, and he said that they weren't in canon, so that was a problem. And I think now they're making a push towards bringing some of those.
Bringing them back.
You all said that whatchamacallit, it's going to be based on the Sith, so that's cool. But there's still current ones. We could have got a Asajj Ventress story. That could have been cool.
Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna give us Ahsoka, I would love to have an Asajj story.
Yeah. Up to her death.
Even the Night Sisters.
Yeah. The Night Sisters. We could do
a whole series on the Night Sisters.
Right. Yeah. We could do about 6. About six seasons up until the point where they're killed.
Yeah, because that's not a story. That's That's not a Sith story.
It's not a Sith. Agree.
And if they did
Force users.
The book, Asajj Ventress book with her and Jedi Queen Boss.
I mean, we do Asajj Ventress.
I haven't read. Wait, so I still don't know how Asajj died.
She died for Voss, her boyfriend. He was a Jedi that could play with the dark side.
Well,
And
he was
like
sent to
Mace Windu.
seduce her. He was sent to seduce her by
yes.
the Jedi Council.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't like fall in love.
They fall
He
in love with each
betrays
other.
her, she betrays him. But basically, it's like they go out together. It's a love
They go
story.
out together. Yeah, it's a love story. It's a love
So they
story.
Bonnie and Clyde. So
Yeah.
they're like,
Kinda.
so they're like Bonnie and
Yeah.
Clyde. They just
Ride or
got
die.
Yeah,
Thelma
ride or
Louise.
die. Yeah.
Thelma Louise.
And,
He
you know,
dies.
Quentin Voss also he's got the same power as Mace Windu, where he can tap into the dark side.
Right. His style is that way.
yeah.
But he could not control it like Mace Windu. And then he
Yeah.
also had very rare Jedi ability where he could touch things and see the whole history behind things that he touched.
Wait,
Yeah.
Mace Windu tapped into the dark side. Does Mace have a book too?
No,
that's just always his style.
That's always been
why
his style.
he's one of the
That's why
most feared warriors, because his style
Her
hinges
riding
on the
with
dark side.
Carrie
That's why he was
over.
whooping Palpatine's ass.
Right.
Yeah, and I still don't understand. I still don't believe Mace is dead. I'm gonna need to see the body.
He's dead.
Sam Jackson said he's not. And he said he told George Lucas that, and George was like, okay, but they ain't made a movie about him, so you know.
Yeah, they made a book about him, comic book about him.
Right, they made a book.
Did they write the book?
No,
That's what I'm saying. There's no bodies in Hollywood. If you don't see a body and you don't have a funeral, he ain't dead.
But yeah, that's why his saber is purple.
He out somewhere in the Dagobah system.
Yeah, that's why his saber is purple, because it's corrupted.
Yeah,
his lightsaber is purple
corrupted.
because it was blue.
You have to corrupt.
You have to corrupt it, and so it turned red, and his didn't turn all the way red. It turned purple.
Right.
It's corrupted.
Where y'all read that? That's not. I mean, we totally off subject.
That's in the book. I mean, not in the book, but that's lore.
That's lore. That's
you
lore.
have to corrupt.
Yeah,
that's why the
kyber crystal has to be corrupted.
Yeah, that's why the crystal is red.
I know about the side about corrupting the crystals, but like, Ray, did Ray corrupt hers? Because hers is yellow.
No, yellow's the color of the Guardians. The Guardians have the color of yellow. And it's orange too as well.
And that goes way back before Mace Windu. Revan had purple blade and a red blade.
Purple blade and a red blade. Yeah.
On both sides.
He walked on both sides.
Who had a purple blade?
Revan.
Sith Revan.
He went back and forth.
My second favorite character ever.
Yeah.
Yes,
he went back
what
and forth.
Story is he? Okay,
he's in the Revan.
We're gonna have to have a sidebar later.
Oh man, there's so much Star Wars stuff. That's why when we see old girl in this, she had an orange saber and a red saber, and that's the first time we've ever seen that, because everybody's like, maybe she should have had a purple one, but she's not a Jedi.
Yeah, it was yellow. That's why I said it was yellow, like Rey.
She had a Guardian saber and she had a Sith saber. Yeah. And her blade was different too. You notice her yellow blade was different.
Yeah.
Like a high level Guardian.
Let's talk about some of these episodes. Rakai, was there any episode that stood out to you for, being good or bad?
I would think out of these 9 episodes, I think my only gripe was that they put the 2 weakest episodes to me at the end. I thought that they should have been in the middle. I thought the rest of the episodes were pretty strong. I thought it started out fantastically with Sith. The way that started out with the Sith one was fantastic. That was a great start. Screecher's Reach was good. The kids went down to the cave, and the girl had to defeat the little Sith lady was down there, and then upon completing that mission, she got picked up. In the Stars, I thought that one was really strong, because if you didn't know any better, that wasn't even a Star Wars story until the end. Like, that could have been very much like a indigenous, another planet kind of thing. The 2 sisters and the little sister, she kept trying to have the Force, and then you find out at the end, when all shit's about to go to hell, the older sister actually had the Force. Like, that shit was dope. Like, that was a dope episode. And they just wanted water. Like, that is a common, a third world kind of problem, and that could really play out. Journey to the Dark Head, about the one girl who's the mechanic who wanted to cut off the giant statue. I thought that was a dope episode. And the little
that was one of my favorites.
The conflicted Jedi. He, because we saw it too. It's one thing too how they put these characters in there that play on our prior knowledge, because they got this young Jedi who's got all this anger and rage, and then the one lady said that's not anger, that's fear or whatever, and it sounded like Anakin was like, oh shit, we see where this is going. He's gonna turn evil or whatever, but that wasn't it. And just
Yeah,
the
I was
way
glad he didn't turn evil.
yeah, the way that episode played out was really dope. And then I really liked the spy dancer. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I really like that one. I didn't see that one coming, that was her son.
Yeah. And then but the way that it ended, was that her son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
because he had his
His
horns had been shaved off.
Horns.
That's where the red spots were. That's where his horns
Yeah.
used to be.
And he had the patch over his eye to hide his
Yeah, over
eye.
the one color. Yeah.
The one color.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I thought that episode was very dope.
I did. I agree with you. I thought that one, those two, the Journey to the Dark Side and what Dark Saber, what was it called? Journey to the what? Journey to the Dark Head. Yeah, that one and the Spy Dancer. Those were my two favorites. And I did like In the Stars. My problem was I felt like a lot of the female characters, not a lot of them, but a lot of the female girl characters were irritating.
They were.
Felt like, huh?
And
they were irritating.
Right, because
they were irritating, and because they were not told from they were told from a perspective of the way that the male directors were seeing these little girls and how, but they were all irritating, and I just didn't connect with. The only one that I thought was was great and well done, I think the little kid, was the girl from In the Stars, because she said from the beginning that her sister was the one who could do what their mother did. Mm-hmm. And she was just trying to get her sister to like rise up. She was like, I know you can do this, but if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. Even though she didn't have any power at all. It was just her determination.
And I love how
I totally
desired to have the power the whole time. Like she desired to have it. Like,
I thought she was an idiot kid.
She got on my nerves.
She did get on my nerves. Agreed. She totally got on my nerves, but she was the catalyst to awaken her sister. Like, it wasn't until the end when her sister rose up and really did have the power of the Force that I understood who the little girl was to her sister. And when her sister said thank you, because she needed her to like be in danger to show her, because she was just so afraid of losing her sister the way she lost her mother. Yeah. Now the little girl in the Bandits of Golak, I wanted to stab her in the face. I wanted her to get run over by a train. It was all her fault. You literally had one job. You had one job. Pa's not coming back because he did. He was protecting you. The whole village protected you. You idiot.
You put us in danger and on Front Street immediately because you wanted to blow that goddamn flute.
You wanted to blow the flute. Everybody saw you take the flute. You had one job to not do it. And then she did it again when they get to the safe house. With the food. I was like, are you kidding me? You idiot. Oh man.
Yeah, like she annoyed the shit out of me. Like I had a hard time connecting with that particular episode just because of that little girl. And I actually didn't like anything about it until the old lady showed up and dueled the Sith dude at the end, and then took her with her and told her brother, hey, your path here is done. Like maybe you'll see her again, but you know the best thing was to go with me. Like,
but see, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either.
I did.
I keep going back to the Jedi.
That's what he was doing, though. He was trying to bring her there to let her go.
But he wasn't going to let her go.
He was going to let her go.
No, he wasn't. He thought they were going together.
Yeah. No, and I think Star Wars keeps making this point that you have to take, like,
you have to give your kids
your connection in order for you to live your full potential, which Luke did not do. It is the very opposite of what he did. Yeah. He literally put his life on the line for his friends, and that is what helped save the galaxy, not this detachment from people that you love. And so I was bothered by that.
But they do it for everybody.
I'm bothered by it. They tried to do it with Grogu, and I was like, Luke being all racist and shit, like, he from the part of your people, and you can have this sword. And Grogu like, I don't even know that motherfucker. I know Jin. I'm gonna go with him. You know, and I was like, yeah, Luke tried to kill Kylo. That's why Kylo snapped on. And like they keep making these things, and I don't like it.
No,
That's the Jedi Order.
But here's the
I
thing.
agree.
But to the point that Johnny just made is literally the reason. The fact that Lucas started with 4, 5, and 6, it shows you where the Jedi's were ending, in my opinion, and where Luke was going to create this brand new version of the Jedi. Do you know what I mean? And so then to see who he was 10 years later, and he's still he's trying to maintain these old Jedi ways of like, yeah, you got to leave everybody you love. The fuck? Really? Why do I have to do that? And what did you learn? Johnny just said, like, it's true. Like, he didn't leave his sister. He came back. If he was gonna leave, he never would have come back at the end of Return of the Jedi. He never should have come back.
True.
He should have just flew off in his freaking X-wing and been done with everybody. But he came back.
Here's
Johnny,
the reason.
Can't hear you,
Muted
Randy.
again.
Can't hear you. Muted.
Sorry,
Here's
and I
the
feel
reason
like
why-
Star Wars keeps trying to make that point. I'll let you finish in a second, guy.
Right.
Trying to make that point, and it's not true. And I'll go ahead, Kyle. Sorry about that.
But that is the beauty of it. It shows you that a natural fallacy with the Jedi. You know, most people, you know, they naturally kind of incline towards the good guy. We want to see the good guy. And it just goes to show that everything that they was talking about in this religious order, because that's what the Jedis are. It's a religious order. That everything that they talking about wasn't necessarily right. Shit, Obi-Wan's heart was broken because, you know what I'm saying, he is your almost a prototype for the Jedis. And the one woman that he loved, he couldn't be with her because of the fucking Jedis, and then he watched her get killed because he couldn't do shit about it.
Wait, what you mean? You talking about
Clone
Padme?
Wars.
The team.
Nah, he's talking about
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, Obi-Wan. Sorry, I got confused. Okay.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
why I think like they should move away from that. Like, why do
They
we
already
keep
have though, but
Because
that's
that's the point. They
thing.
don't move away from it because this is the folly of their religion.
Oh my God, I literally just
And then,
had
but
like
you
a
watch
moment.
what the people do, you know what I'm saying? Like Luke didn't do that. Anakin didn't do that.
Yeah.
When Obi-Wan did that, he became a hermit in the goddamn desert. I mean, shit. And if you want to talk about what's canon, the new game that just came out, Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there,
So I've never played what does Cal Kestis do? Because people were buying up that little special edition sword, Cal Kestis sword, for like $400-$500 at Disneyland. Like they didn't like they was getting a real Jedi saber. I was like, y'all are silly.
Because it's Cal Kestis.
Yeah, I just feel like from the writing perspective, like let's kind of move away from that. At least some realization that it's not a noble trait, and I feel like they try to make it a noble.
They're not going to move away from it because that's the Jedi Order.
But even Ahsoka,
think
like
about this,
Ahsoka
though.
walked away, but yet she hasn't. What is she? She's still a Jedi. She's still living the Jedi way, even though she technically doesn't have a Jedi saber.
She says she's not a Jedi.
She says she's not, but she's still
that's the thing.
technically.
That's not the Jedi way. The thing is, she generally just enjoys what she did as a Jedi in helping people, and that's just like people. You know, if they were a good cop, once they're no longer a cop, shit, they become a fucking private investigator or something because they still like helping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
did she corrupt her crystal? Like how was her saber clear?
Oh,
Clear.
She uncorrupted a crystal. Actually,
she purified it.
Yeah, in the
Her
novels,
blades are white.
Yeah, that's
in
why
the
they're
novel,
white.
she's go ahead, Chuck.
She's like a great Jedi, so they don't have any crystals. They have no allegiance to any religion.
No, I understand.
She got into a fight with a Sith. They kind of retconned it from the Tales of the Jedi. In the book, she does fight an Inquisitor, and she takes his crystal, and then she uncorrupts it from being red to white to Chuck.
She did that in Rebels. She did it in Rebels, so they didn't. It's not that retconned. She did it in Rebels.
But she also did it but then they did it in the Tales of the Jedi. She doesn't have a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
You mean after the battle that when Anakin trained her? You talking about?
Yeah, after the battle when she leaves the order she does not have a lightsaber.
She gives her lightsabers back to him.
Yeah, but Anakin right before he left to go and ultimately join Palpatine, even though he didn't know or she didn't know, he gave her sabers. That was in the last season of what was that? Clone Wars, season 7. Right before as she was leaving, he took her to the group of clone troopers that were her unit, and he said, "Here, take these while you're, on this mission for us." And she had her sabers.
Yeah.
But that was the thing though. When Order 66 happened, she dropped them. She left them on that planet for Darth Vader, not Anakin. For Darth Vader to know, to assume that she's dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part.
I was saying, like, in Tales of the Jedi, she doesn't have a saber.
She doesn't have a saber.
She doesn't, but that's not a retcon. All of that happened after Order 66. She doesn't get her sabers again until she fights the Inquisitors during the time of Rebels.
That's what he's saying.
She takes the Inquisitors.
Right.
Yeah, and she uncorrupts her.
But it's done a little differently in the book than it is in Tales of the Jedi.
It's done differently. They retconned
that's what I was saying.
No, but when she fought the one in Tales of the Jedi, that was the first Inquisitor she fought. She didn't actually keep her sabers until she fought the other two Jedis when she was helping Ezra and Kanan get away. That's when she kept them shits.
But that's different from the book, though. The book is different than that.
The book is different.
Okay.
The book is different. The book is
we went down an alleyway.
Yeah, we got super nerdy.
Yeah.
All right, we got super nerdy.
But I was saying something. Oh, originally I said like the little girls got on my nerves. The only one that I thought, and it was written by a woman, was the one that says, "I am your mother." I thought that one was pretty accurate. That one felt like every kid is kind of embarrassed by their parents, but yet mom came through,
I thought that story was very cute, and the animation style reminded me of like a Wallace and Gromit.
It is. It's art of art. That's what they do. They do Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, and I thought that was a very cute story. That story was more for my kids than me. Like, not a lot of deep meaning in that.
Yeah, Artemin.
I thought
Artemin does.
I thought it was well put together. But like some of the other ones, I thought had more a deeper meaning thematically. So I don't know, but that was a good episode as well. I just thought the two that I liked the least, the pit. Okay.
that just made me sad. I was like, which is depressing. But Owl's song got on my nerves in the sense of like, it was kind of like, it was a lot like the Sisters in the Stars in the sense of like, here's this little girl trying to tell Pop, I can cleanse all these crystals, and Pop not listening. So then she like runs around like, I'm gonna go in there anyway. And he damn near dies trying to save her. Again, and then like the little Jedi is like, okay, I'm gonna take her, but she gotta leave too.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, she gotta take her. She gotta leave.
Kids.
But the Jedi
I think so. I think that's it. The Jedi like kidnapping kids and turning them into child.
Y'all act like this is new.
No, it's
not new. I'm just saying.
But here's the thing.
Kids. Y'all run around being monks, saying you're not gonna get married, you're not gonna have family, but you stealing other people's kids.
But them and the Sith race to get every Force-sensitive child they can.
That's Sith only looks for one.
But the Sith are gonna come in and kill everybody.
But all the Sith lords do it,
killing everybody.
And there's only one major Sith Lord and another in the Dar.
It's the master and the princess.
But there are other Sith Lords out there that are looking for the apprentice spot and
the
Inquisitors and all that shit.
There are more of them. The Sith is a big gang, but there's only two in control.
Well, they were all okay.
There used to be
the Sith used to be a big gang, but they were all killed.
They're big factions of the gangs. Like you're the east side, we're the west side, you're the north side, but we're all
the Jets.
Well, but they were killed, right? They were all killed. And then that's when the Ruler 2 came, because like you said, there used to be gangs, but the strength of them can't fully be.
See, I want to know that story.
Sith Lords are based on the Tokugawa period of Japan.
But no,
there was a lot of shoguns and they killed each other. Then Tokugawa came and said, I'm wiping out all the shoguns and it's just me and my apprentice, and everybody bow, and all the shogunates bow down to me.
The Sith is also based on Darwinism. You know what I'm saying? Only the strong survive.
Yes.
Right. So when Bane implemented, that was his rule, because they tried, they fought each other, then they tried to work together. When they worked together, the power of the dark side isn't fully realized because that's not how they do. Like they're
It's about absolute
backstabbing,
power.
right?
Mhm.
All of those things. So when Bane came along, he was like, "Nah, this ain't working." So he literally did something to kill them all out, and
Kill
he
them all out.
found a
All the
apprentice
leaders.
was just a little girl who was force sensitive, who the Jedi had actually killed her parents. She turned around, killed the Jedi, and he reached out to her, was like, I can train you to be able to do that on a permanent basis. And that
Is that
starts
what's her
the
name?
ruler
Freya
two.
or whatever?
Yeah, Rava,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Reva.
So that starts the ruler two. It's the master and the
Reva?
apprentice.
Reva?
Reva, something like
I
that.
can't remember her name. I'll have to look it up. She was his apprentice, and that starts the ruler two. It's a master and an apprentice, one who has the knowledge and one who seeks the knowledge. And at some point, the apprentice has to challenge the master for the power. And if
with
they
an
don't,
apprentice,
and if they don't, then the master will kill the apprentice
kill them
and look for
a
another
new
apprentice.
So that's what happened with Palpatine and Savage and Darth Maul.
Right.
Darth Maul and Savage, because when he came to Darth Maul, he said, "I see you have an apprentice." He goes, "No," and he says, "Don't try to play me."
Right.
This is your trial. Don't try to play me. This is your trial.
Sure.
And when Sidious said to Dooku, "Is she your apprentice?" He says, "No, she's my assassin."
Oh, okay.
And if you all look at
and he said, "If she's your assassin, then kill her."
Right. And if you all look at Revenge of the Sith, Luke is brought to the Emperor to
Anakin.
No.
Luke.
I'm sorry.
About Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Palpatine's goal is to have Luke kill
Darth Vader.
And he become the apprentice. Because he was disappointed that Vader got beat by Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's just that Vader killed everybody who he put up against him. The Inquisitors he tried to terminate.
He was disappointed in Vader from all the way back from Mustafar.
Right, when he lost Obi-Wan.
He lost his power. He lost his force
when he
power.
lost to Obi-Wan.
The more of your organic body is what creates
the force.
The force.
Yeah.
And so he had been looking for a replacement.
Sorry, pause. How do you know your organic body creates more force?
Because it has
the forces of the world. It's
the force of the world.
It's a living force.
Where did you find this information though? What books?
It's in the books.
It's all the books and the movies and everything.
It's in the movies, the comic books.
This ain't in the movies.
Yes,
Who says this in the movie? Jar Jar? This ain't in the movie.
No, the mitochondrians,
the midichlorians.
The midichlorians, they said that's where the force comes from.
It's natural. It comes from the force. And they talk about it when they describe it.
The more organic body you have.
So when you lose,
I'm gonna need somebody to send me a clip. Somebody needs to send me a clip.
So when you lose a limb, you lose all that force that was in that one limb. So I lose my arm.
How come the Jedi or like Obi-Wan didn't say that to Anakin when he lost his hand? How come nobody said that to Luke when he lost his hand?
Because they didn't think about it then, Courtney. They had the retcon all this stuff.
That's why he can't. Vader can't use Force lightning because it takes so much of the Force to do it, and his body has been burned, so he can't do Force lightning.
Metal conduct electricity.
Yeah, and Vader and the Palpatine put it in there to make it more painful for him to keep him angry, which draws powers from the dark side. Like the Vader suit is built off of actually old technology.
And
that's why Vader's suit was never upgraded.
Upgraded because Palpatine wanted to keep him angry
at all times.
Like a pit dog, like a pit bull. So he was looking to replace Vader. He just couldn't
because Vader killed everybody.
Like, hey, there's some new tech out there. I'm thinking about upgrading my suit. No, that's not for you.
Nope.
You got a cape though. You got a cape though, nigga. You cool. You cool.
When Vader
got capes though.
But Palpatine drops Vader off on a planet.
Can we get back to the show?
Yeah, I guess we need to get back to the show.
Can we get back to the show?
We went down another alley.
Can we get back to the show? Because I want to talk about the animation.
Let's talk about the animation.
Did everybody not like the pit?
No, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I found it okay, and I found it okay because it was the first black-owned Japanese studio that made it, and it was their first project.
That was probably the only thing that I did like about it.
I like the
I
fact
hated
that
how they did the main character.
yeah.
And the one thing that I will say about the pit too is really, if you look at it, the pit and really the bandits of Golak with the older brother to the little force sensitive little girl, those were the only two that the main character was a male. Every other story, the main character was a female.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the only two. I
Yeah.
love the Courage and Little Buddy. I hate, is that story. I think it kind of pissed me off only because really, I was like, that
Which one?
story, the pit, that story pissed me off because it's like a common story. Like if it wasn't about the fact that they're, mining for kyber crystals or whatever the hell, it seemed like, again, another third world country with a bunch of, brown people and just, mistreatment and shit. They toss his monkey ass back in.
Yeah.
My problem is, you need to tell me nobody left that city. Nobody just went that way. Nobody saw that pit.
No, nobody left it.
You had to get to the city because the city wasn't built.
But the story itself, the story itself is based on actual things that occurred in like South African stuff and Belgium, Congo. This stuff happened.
Diamonds or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't. That's what people get thrown in the pits in Africa digging for emeralds and gold and rubber, and people don't go visit them. Europeans live in those cities and don't know how to get the money. People live in Paris and don't know how Paris gets the money. And Paris rapes $50 billion from the Francophonian countries in Africa every year.
Yeah, and I thought that was great I thought that was one of the themes of this season. And it was showing how other countries look at like an invasion by despot governments, which Star Wars is a story about, and how they were different cultures were able to add their interpretation of this story. I thought it was great.
Yeah, no, I didn't hate it. It just made me sad. It just made me so sad that he was the one person bold enough to get out to go for help, and then he died. And I was like, come on, man.
Because the one that goes get help is the one who gets killed first.
Yeah.
No, I just think that for me, you talk about Star Wars visions, and you're absolutely right. And I love how, the people finally, which is more bullshit, really. The people finally showed up, start rescuing the people at the end.
He should have stole a ship.
It's wonderful. But I just think it's kind of like why a lot of people didn't like Andor or whatever. I think in this, I needed some more space wizards or something. I needed somebody that's a couple people, what is his little sister, the girl, at the end, you saw she's force sensitive and she had kept one of the kyber crystals or whatever, but
the one he gave her.
Yeah, I needed something else. Just
I needed him to have the force.
If he had taken
I didn't mind him dying. I thought it was fitting.
If he had taken out a couple,
it was fitting, but it made me sad. I wanted to be happy.
No,
the one black show we got, you can't fucking end happy. I'm sorry.
No,
it didn't happy. The girl was force sensitive, and she awoke him from the force. So who knows what she can do? This is a guy that looked out for her.
Yeah, right.
Magnet, we see that in Volume 3.
Heroes are
revolutionary. He went full revolutionary. He's standing on a thing, protesting. Come on, people, we need your help. This shit is right outside the gates. I need him to take a cut. He went down so easy, and shit, the stormtrooper.
He's a pit worker, guys.
He's a pit worker.
He's not no military genius.
He ain't military.
He ain't strong.
He can't fight.
He's not even that. He just believed in people. He just literally thought that people would help.
He didn't have a choice but to believe in people.
Right.
He had to think they're going to do the right thing. Nobody else was going to save them.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody was going to save them.
Even the people didn't. Yeah. They were like, well, maybe. Right. I mean, we are all victims of that. Like, we're buying shit that like is pulled from gold mines and slavery and sex.
And people are in pits right now, asking to be freed, and they're in there making iPhones.
Our iPhones are coming at a cost.
Yeah, free labor.
Cost.
So that's part of the story. That was the story they wanted to tell.
That was just one I love the fact that it had black folks in it. Just like even though I didn't really enjoy the story that much, the Bandits of Golak, just to see it with Indian people, and it's one thing. Space is vast. There's all sorts of not only people but creatures in space, but to make it very Indian with Indian people and Indian accents and stuff like that. Like this is Star Wars and New Delhi or
Yeah.
some shit.
Now the craftsmanship, the animation, and the quality of the art in the Bandits of Golok and in
was
the pit
beautiful.
was not the best. They were definitely the most
I
amateur
like the
studio.
Golok. I thought I agree with you with the pit.
Man,
But I really like
Golok, I was watching them animate those characters. I was like, Jesus. I want to give this to USC to animate or take it to Cal Arts to animate. Cause yeah, it wasn't even that good. Their studio's been around. They're an Indian studio. They're a young animation studio. It made me seem like they didn't get a lot of work, but they haven't gotten a lot of work. They're like a newer studio. They've been around forever, but
I
it's
like
like
them.
the everything was
I thought it was
jittery and
pretty.
square. The artwork was pretty. The textures were pretty, but outside of the textures, the animations were not strong. It was weak. And I was saying the same thing about the pit. The animation was really weak.
The animation in the pit was really weak. It reminded me
Yeah.
of Yasuke.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
because
Yasuke.
basically
We can't
basically
let Yasuke live. We can't leave it alone.
yeah, Yasuke,
No.
but
Yasuke hurt me.
But that was the first time they ever did animation too. That studio was brand new too. Both of these studios are relatively new. And
Yeah, Yasuke's not getting a season 2.
and you're going against Studio La Cachette. Studio La Cachette is amazing. Like they're amazing. The Spy Dancer studio, they are an amazing studio. They did Primal. They do
cold.
Gendy's work. You know, there's a lot of great studios. Studio Mirror is amazing. They're a great 2D studio. So there's a lot of good studios.
Think the Spy Dancer, the girl in the Spy Dancer was her daughter? I don't think it was.
No,
I think that she
Yeah,
just
I don't
found,
think
I
it
think
was.
she rescued her, right?
She just found her. Yeah,
That's
she's
how-
found
that
her.
was how I
Everybody was
interpreted
there.
it,
Yeah, she was found her.
She
Like
was.
Screechers Reach was one of my favorite ones for the simple fact of what happened. The girl's out here thinking she's doing good work.
I hated her too.
She's doing
She
good
didn't
work.
think she was doing good work. She was out trying to get out. That's why she said, like,
She was
when
trying
I,
to get,
you know,
but that's what I'm saying. She's trying to get
leave.
good work. I'm trying to leave the horrible position I'm in, and not realizing she's doing something for the Sith. There was a test from the Sith.
Yeah.
I mean, she killed a lady.
But
she had to kill her.
Yeah, but the thing is, did she really do bad? Because everyone thought that cave and shit was haunted and whatever. So
yes.
as far as
she thought she did the work, good work.
She slayed the monster.
I slayed the monster.
So
and she didn't know she's gonna hop in.
She's the hero of her own story.
Yeah. I slayed the monster, and all of a sudden this beautiful ship comes out, and this beautiful masked woman comes out. The mother of the Sith comes out.
Right.
Says,
but was the little girl
hey.
force sensitive?
What's that?
Was she force sensitive?
Apparently she was. She was able to
because she didn't use any like force power.
She may not know how to use the force power yet. She may just know how to wield a lightsaber. She
got on my nerves. She was irritating, walking around with that little like locket, like
I don't know, but the thing is,
I am brave and strong. I am brave and strong. Girl, bye. I mean, you gotta keep saying
it. Is a trained Sith, and this little girl done beat her, so the little girl got something for.
The girl got some type of force power, and she came in and said, "You keep that sword." That's yours,
she's
man.
Hermione. She just ain't how to figure it out. She ain't got the lessons yet.
She ain't got the lessons. Yeah, use her magic. Yeah. And she didn't know. She's like,
I gotta leave you.
I'm about to go to a better future.
Going to Hogwarts, bitches.
I'm about to go to a better future. She ain't going to Hogwarts. She's going to the mines of Voldemort.
Yeah, she just didn't know.
She didn't know.
Yeah,
that's what made it so
she was
dope.
straight. She was about to be a Death Eater. Let's be honest. She was not going to Hogwarts.
Well, that's what she thought, though. She didn't know.
That's what made it great. That's what made that great. It was like, oh, she thought she was doing a better life.
The reason I gave it a full meal was because of the way that I felt like a lot of the female characters were represented in a way that just didn't make me happy. And I'm like,
I like Doll. Doll was a factory worker. They were digging in the caves. This season was about change, the catalyst moment for all of them. Right, it was all.
This season was definitely better than the first season for
me. But it was about the catalyst moments for the main character. Out
of oppression, like out of oppression.
Yeah. You know,
and it's what oppression looks like around the world in different places. Mm-hmm. That's that aspect I really enjoyed about.
This girl's like, oh, it's gonna be great. I killed the witch. I'm the hero of the story, and I got rewarded by going to this one magical place, not realizing she's getting in the spacecraft with the Sith mother.
Yeah.
That shit's wild. It's the Sith mother.
You know,
Like,
but the only thing that makes that dope to me too is the fact that they played that story second, right?
uh-huh.
This little girl who's the hero of her own story. And as far as you know, as far as we know from the brief moments that we spend with her, she's not an evil little girl.
Mm-mm.
She's out of her situation.
Yeah.
She could very
Right.
easily become the young lady that we saw in the first story.
Yep.
Like get
Yeah.
trained, like, hold on, this shit ain't for me. Like, I ain't sign up for all that. Like,
Yep. And they gave her the locket. And so the Sith mother was talking to her, gave her the
Yeah.
locket, was talking to her, and so to be brave and strong. I want to see if you're the one. And I need you to go kill this other Sith.
I like Rakah's point. She might end up the character in the first episode. Like,
Yeah,
you
that
know, I
makes
thought
me
I
feel
was-
better.
I don't
yeah.
think she's gonna end up as that character. I think she's gonna come out being a badass Sith Lord if we get another story.
But
But
with
for all
Dawn.
we know, that girl wasn't a badass Sith Lord until she realized, like, I ain't built for this.
Yeah, I think Dawn realized she's built for it.
You know,
I just escaped
I don't
oppression in the
know. I mean,
minds.
like, I feel like the 69th person you just murdered for no reason. I don't know.
They all have a reason. She's about to get those lessons. It's about absolute power. There's two types of people in the world: those with power and those
and
two with
those
the
without.
obtain.
Those
and
with
not
power,
only
and
that, you
those
know, and
without.
she didn't go into the mines looking to murder the woman. She went
No.
into the mines. She followed the
To
voice
be brave and
to be
strong.
brave and strong. And then she got attacked by the monster. So what did she do? She defends herself. And hell, she didn't have a weapon.
And y'all know what's crazy?
She didn't grab the lightsaber and kill her until, you know, the Sith dropped hers.
Listen, that was that little girl's about to be a Karen. She walked up into that lady's house. That lady didn't ask her to come. She just showed up with her friends and then murdered her. Come on.
Yes, because the Sith mother told her to go there.
Exactly. She's a future
But
Karen.
people don't understand. The speculation is that the woman in the cave was the previous Sith mother hiding and going crazy.
Yeah, and
so
it's
the current Sith mother sent her soon-to-be apprentice in there to kill her. I don't know if you're
As a
worthy to be
test.
my fucking apprentice.
Yeah, as a
Yeah,
test.
like
That
she
makes
built the
sense.
house and went all Menendez on her.
Yeah.
Like,
That is exactly something that a Sith
would
Lord
do.
would do.
Because
Yeah.
you're going to be the
of
Sith mother
course.
after me.
Yeah. Test her out. All right,
Yep.
all right. So let's re-rate this thing. Let's start with you, Courtney. How you gonna re-rate it?
Oh, I'm staying at a full meal. I like the writing. I like the stories. A lot of the stories. Some of them annoy me, but not enough to say that it's not a good series. I definitely really enjoyed season 2.
Okay. Rakai, what about you? How you gonna re-rate it?
I'm gonna stay, and only because I thought about, you know, rewatchability and would I actually share this with other people? And I really want my kids to see this. I really want other people, especially people who are really into Star Wars. I think that this offers a different perspective than, you know, the trailer park saga that is the Skywalker family. Like, I'm so sick of them love and lightsabers and hip hop. Like, oh my God.
Did you say love and lightsabers and hip hop?
Yeah, just
Lord.
let's please not talk about the Skywalkers anymore. Let them be done. We've done it.
I don't need them to just be Star Wars. I just need Jedi. I like the Jedi and I like the Sith.
I do
Yeah,
too.
give me
And
some Sith.
to me,
I like
Star
the
Wars is not
lightsabers.
Star Wars without not necessarily Jedi and Sith, but Force users. So
Force users, yes.
whenever they have Force users, I feel like Star Wars is better. And I enjoyed this season. I thought it was better than season 1. And I do still like the fact that Star Wars is taking some chances, right? They're doing things a little bit different. So I really do commend them from doing that. But I don't think it rises to the effect of a full binge out. So I'm on stage at a 4 mil. Chuck, what about you? How are you gonna re-rate it?
I think I'm gonna push it to a full binge out.
You're a full binge out?
I'm thinking I'm gonna push it to a full binge out. So I was thinking about the head one.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really love that animation.
The dark head or the dark
head. Yeah, I really did love the animation. That's Studio Mir. So
I really like that. That
that's
probably was
South
my
Korea's
favorite.
one of South Korea's best studios.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I really did like it. And I liked all of them. I'm giving a pass for 88 Pictures and to Desarts studios, but because they're such young studios. But all the art I thought did really well. The animation and the stories were solid. They were solid Star Wars stories.
Yeah, they were. I thought they were cool. All right,
Yep.
so that's we're gonna stay the same then. So everybody, we stay the same. 4.25.
Chuck went up.
I went up for 4.5. I went to a full binge out.
I thought we did 3 binge outs.
No, we did.
Mm-mm. Three
Three
full
full
minutes.
minutes. Then we
Right,
did
so now there's 2
full-
and 2.
Hold
2
on.
and 2.
Okay, then I guess I got confused. Who did a
I moved
full
up.
binge out?
I did.
You did a full binge out. Who else?
And I was a full binge out.
No, he
Oh,
did
okay,
a
I
full
thought you
binge
were-
out.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm old. I'm getting old.
It's a 4.5.
So 4.5.
Yeah.
I think the thing that was wonderful about this is like if you're going to take chances with
These
Star
guys are-
Wars
Mhm.
and really see where people are, like if they're feeling this and like, is this something that we could actually roll some money into? Would people come out to see this? This is where you do it. This is where, how do people respond? Do you like this? Or do you want more, you want more Skywalker shit?
My
You all
biggest
think
thing.
that is part of the strategy?
My
You want Grogu all day, every day. But
no, I don't think most people are gonna watch this because it's animated.
But could
I
it
have
be
a
live action? Could one of these stories be live action?
Or not even one
Yes.
of the stories, but something that's
Similar,
akin to this.
like
yeah,
Sky Dancer.
I mean, my
that-
friend has this theory. She's like, because you see all these other stories where, even in the ones that are canon, that Jedi keep popping up out the woodwork. But where were y'all? And she said that she thinks that there's like a bar somewhere on the outskirts of the galaxy that Mace Windu is running, and like all the Jedi just hanging out. Like, nah,
He's
we
want
don't
Mace
listen to
Windu to
it.
be alive. He's dead.
He's not.
Mace
He's
is
not
dead.
dead. I need to see
Mace
a
is
Okay.
But
dead.
she said, but anyways, but this is her theory that like, it's a bar out there somewhere dark on the dark side of the highway of the stars, and all the Jedi hanging out there because they don't want to go and help out the galaxy.
There are stories out there where Vader tracks down Jedi and killed them.
Kill them. Yeah.
So we just haven't gotten that in any of the animated versions or the live action versions.
Yeah.
But there's comic books.
We get the gist of it, like
Right.
the whole the Inquisitors,
Right.
and there were several stories
Yeah.
where they had got to a couple of force sensitive kids and Rebels.
Well,
and,
Rebels, they attack force sensitive kids. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got them back or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, it's shown.
Yeah.
I just think like with this particular series, especially more than season 1, if you gave us a story like maybe the Acolyte that's coming out will be kind of like Sith, like the first episode, or maybe not. But if you gave me something, a live action story like Journey to the Dark Head, yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Okay. Well, Chuck was right. We got 4.5. So that rounds up. We can round up. That gives Visions full binge out. Cool. Rakai, you got anything to say before we head out?
No. I mean, I talk Star Wars all damn day. So
I know we went on all kind of tangents.
Y'all did.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
You went with us, Chuck. Don't say y'all. You were there.
Did.
You were peeking out of the,
I was
the
there
window
just
alley.
listening.
You
Yeah.
interjected on some of them.
You
Stop
did.
it.
You
We
jumped
got
in
you
about
on tape.
Ahsoka.
We got you
Y'all
on tape,
did.
Phil.
Y'all did.
Yeah, okay.
No, I think I did like talking about this, but I'm extremely excited about next week's show. My daughter already asked me could she get a guest spot on, she's 13. She asked me could she get a guest spot on next week's show. No, little girl, go to bed.
Yeah.
Courtney, got anything to say before we head out, man?
Nope. Keep coming. Good night.
Chuck, you got anything to say before we head out?
No, I'm looking for Visions 3 to see what other studios they're gonna bring into this.
Yeah. Were all of the studios from season 1 used in season 2?
No, they're different studios. They got different studios.
Okay.
The only one I think was the same. I think they used Studio
Mirror was the same, right?
Studio Mirror was the only one they used. You can't neglect.
Right.
They did
Studio
the
Mirror's
Boombox, damn it. They did Voltron, damn it. You gotta go. You gotta keep them in the But it'd be nice if they go to other studios.
Yeah.
I like it nice if they go to the studio that did Arcane.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Did
Mir
they go
also
to the
did.
studio? Did Arcane?
No.
Yeah. Mir also did what? That dragon one, right? Which was it? With
They
the-
Dragon Prince.
They did Dragon Prince, Kipo. They did a couple of things.
It was
Who
a
does
video game.
Vox Machina?
Boss Machina, that's
I don't remember.
damn, that's my boy Christian studio. Who does Vox Machina?
Yeah, I don't know.
They do it. They have a lot of animation styles.
Yeah, I know. I just know Studio Mir does a lot of them. All right. So, Geekish Network, as I always say, we are an organization, a company for people of color, and we bring you amazing content. We've got dope people in front of the camera and behind the camera. So if you want to continue seeing this dope content, support us, like us, follow us, all those good things. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook. We have an audio version. Support the Geekish Network, the BingeWorthy podcast. What are you saying, Chuck?
Titmouse. That's right.
Titmouse. Yeah, that's
Titmouse.
Titmouse. Titmouse. Yep. So support us. Next week we're doing what? The extraordinary. What is it?
Attorney Woo.
Attorney Woo. So come on back. Same geek time, same geek channel. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.